All right, welcome to week 2 Tarkir Dragonstorm League. We got our weekly feature matches here. Joining me on commentary is my fellow teamer clanmate Aaron B. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. How are you doing?
Not too bad. We got a matchup here between Georgii, who is on Mardu, representing Mardu here, up against Joseph S., who's with the Abzan. So what's he got going on in hand aside from this 3-drop we just see played?
He's got 3 lands, 2 forests, and an island. He's got the Fanekeeper's Familiar, the Sultai rare,
Mm.
and a Dragon's Prey. So it looks like he's got a straight up Sultai build.
Yeah, so Georgie's on the verge of falling behind here. He has 5 red cards in hand, but needed that Roamer's Routine to get his red source. And now whatever he plays is just likely to be countered here. He has so in hand he has a Sunset Strike Master. That's the 2-drop red creature that ramps. He's got a Kishla Trawlers. He's got 2 Rune Scale Stormbroods. That's the red one with a blue omen. He's got a Wild Ride and a Molten Exhale. So all good cards, but the problem is that with only 1 red source and 5 red cards, it's not going to be able to be too efficient casting spells here, and this is going to get countered. His opponent's going to have
Yeah.
6 power in play, so yeah.
Well, he's thinking about it. I assume you want to counter this, but
I mean, that's why you leave open the mana.
as the other option is you could kill it with the Dragon's Prey, which looks like, oh,
He needs 5, though.
oh, oh, true, it's a dragon. Yeah. So it'll do that now.
Yeah, see, now Georgie's like free to resolve whatever. If he did it the other way around,
Right.
he gets to counter that, and then he gets to Dragon's Prey the next turn. But now
Right.
something's going to get to stick here, at least for a turn, unless he draws another removal. Yeah, yeah. When I have something like the Fangkeeper Familiar, I'm just gonna use it right away. Like no matter
Yeah,
what you
just whatever
counter, you're getting an
creature
amazing
spell.
deal. Like
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, like sometimes I have my counter spell in hand, and my opponent plays a spell. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to counter that. But with the
And
but with the
I think
Fangkeeper, you're getting a 3/3. Like you got the better deal no matter what you counter.
I think it may be a different story if it was something that he could have killed end step with the Dragon Spray as well, but so he could then still hold up the familiar on the following turn.
Yeah,
But
so now the Kishla Trawler's resolved, which allowed him to get back his Molten Exhale, and he cast a Wild Ride there to get in some damage. Have you played much Wild Ride or played against it at all?
I can't say that I don't think I've ever cast it.
Yeah.
Uh, haven't can't say I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, usually if it is getting cast, it's going to be good for my opponent.
Oh, well, yeah, of
The
course.
thing is like how many times is it just in hand not cast because it doesn't
Right.
have enough impact on the game. Yeah, he's being Joseph's being super selective with his snake here.
Yeah. Wonder if he's anticipating any bombs, if he's maybe looked at the deck list
Yeah, that is possible.
beforehand.
He may
But
be pulling up the deck list and being like, okay, A, B, C. These are the creatures I want to counter. The rest
right.
can just do whatever. But the thing is, he would have had a 3/3 attacking a couple times here and just had his opponent much closer
Right.
to lethal. Right, so here comes the Kishla Skimmer. If he wants, he can try and
Oh, you gotta
if he
counter
wants, he
that,
can
right?
counter this one. I mean, he's got
Oh, I guess.
two.
Oh, he did draw a Sarkhan's Resolve as well, so he could kill it using that
Yeah, the problem is he's
instead.
got 2 harmonized cards in the graveyard, so he could get the value
Yeah,
no
so he
matter
won't
what.
be able to stop the card draw.
Okay,
Yeah, he's gonna go for it now.
but now there's a Dispelling Exhale, which is the problem,
Oh,
and he's got a dragon in hand. So yeah, just a bad time to sequence the familiar here, with opponent
yeah,
having
unfortunate.
access to counterspell. Yeah, he could have. He could have countered something else earlier and just had a 3/3 on board and been a bit more ahead. But now there's a lot going on now.
Yeah, he can kill the 2/2, so he doesn't get any damage through, but he still gets the extra card. And yeah, Georgie's just up on cards and on board presence now.
Yeah, and he's got two dragons in hand, the one that we saw revealed, and then a Sagu Wildling that he drew. What's
Speaking of Sagu Wildling,
Okay, well there it is.
one of its own.
Yeah, this is a card you see a lot of. Most people are playing all copies that they have in League,
Oh
because
yeah,
most people are playing
need that fixing.
a clan plus sometimes.
Right.
I mean, I get it. When you have powerful cards, just play as many of them as you can. This is one of the
Oh yeah,
more. This is one of the least resistant formats to that deck building strategy.
for sure.
Yeah, in a lot of formats, you get like pushback for being a bit greedy or pushing the limits of your mana. But in this set, it's just like do whatever. There's enough fixing. There's enough 3-color cards that you can just splash. So, but here we do see 3-color decks from both thus far.
Hmm.
Yeah, so he's going to use this Molten Exhale like slightly frivolously, but just to get in 7 damage here, and then follow up with
Yeah,
another dragon.
Joseph had a island drawn for turn there, so
Yeah, so you could just play this other dragon and just have his opponent pretty finished here because he's got a Sagu Wildling to uh, to pump that Storm Brood.
we've got another dragon here, the Feral Deathgorger, which does currently block everything on board.
Yeah, and he lost his Roamer's Routine there, so a little bit of value.
Oh, although I guess he can just
The
sack the
Strike
Strike
Master does
Master to
kill
kill
it,
it, so
does get rid of that, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can do that. He could, if he wants, cast the Sagu Wildling as a sorcery and attack for 8. Or he could just hold the dragon for next turn and have that be have both creatures be lethal, which is probably a bit wiser.
Yeah, if you're two lethal creatures, another land, so that's gonna do it. Game
Yeah,
one.
I mean, if Joseph was going to draw that many lands at the end, when he played the stake might not have ended up being as important, but definitely could have gained a bit of advantage by playing it a little earlier.
Yeah, it definitely would have been a different game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, if he was just going to draw that many lands, his opponent was just going to draw large creatures. It might not have helped, but it would have at least given him some advantage in those middle turns. And got quite a nice deck here for Georgie. Looking at his record, he's at 3-5, so he's taken a few losses to get here, but he's got a pretty nice teamer deck. I saw the Meringue River region. I saw the green 5-drop dragon that gains 3 life whenever a dragon enters. I saw the Eshki Dragon Claw Surak. So some good stuff to be sure. Did not see any sideboarding there.
Yeah.
Is Joseph looking at switching any cards?
He's considering it. He's got 2 copies of the Fanekeeper's Familiar that I see. He's got a Surrak, Elusive Hunter, 3 copies of Dragon's Prey. Looks to be pretty evenly split across the 3 Sultai colors. I don't think he's added anything to his deck
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
Still
So
looking.
yeah, looking at his record, he's 3-3. So he's right, basically in the middle of the pack right now. Which is
So
a
he's
very large pack that we have this league. What is
right.
it?
Yeah.
184 players. I think that was like 35 players who finished at 4-1 in week one,
Yeah.
and like 4 or 5 5-0s, which is just like mind blowing.
So he's readied up. I don't believe he switched anything. I
Okay.
did see he scrolled down. He's got a Roar of Endless Song. He's got the Teamer Saga, which
Okay.
he's splashing actually.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Solid.
pretty. Yeah. That sounds not too crazy to do. Yeah. So mana troubles here for Georgie. Like he had lands and spells, but they were the wrong colors. Now he's got a hand that if he keeps, he's got 3 blue spells he can't cast until he draws an island. Which he is keeping this. Well, he's getting rid of one of the blue spells. What's Joseph looking at over there?
Not too bad. He's got full Sultai Tron with a Island Swamp Forest, and he's got a Bewildering Blizzard, Salt Road Skirmish, Feral Deathgorger, and Dragon Sniper.
It's a little slow, but he does have the one drop.
Yep.
Uh, Georgie does have a one drop too, the same one in fact.
Ah,
He's got a piercing exhale, he's got a mountain, and he's got three blue cards. And he had three blue cards. He put one to the bottom, and he drew a blue card. So this game, at least for Georgie, will hinge entirely on whether he can get a blue source in the next two turns.
I'm
Yeah, this
just gonna draw a
doesn't
card
change too
here.
much. Okay,
Try and find something to do.
I mean he could piercing exhale here and reveal his dragon and surveil. That's probably worth it considering
Yeah. If he
considering
does, then
his issues here, needing to find blue very badly because he does have a dragon in hand.
Joseph has drawn two more lands, so currently doesn't have another creature to follow it up with if this Dragon Sniper dies.
Interesting. I honestly, when Joseph was tapped out, I would have just think piercing exile just to surveil, just to
Yeah,
surveil. I mean,
yeah,
also
just trying
gets
to
rid of
find
the
your.
2/2. Looks like he's just gonna take it easy for now. He's got the exile, the Sagu Pummeler, and three blue cards. So he's just gonna hope for the best.
Oh, we've got another creature now. The Sagu Wildling is back.
He's a good one. Yeah. So we could call this a slow moving game, I suppose. Here comes another blue card off the top, so that's no good. Yeah, this piercing exile could have at least gotten him. I mean, he wouldn't have seen an island, but he could have at least maybe got two cards closer to it.
I imagine it's going to be used now against this Wildling.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm almost more annoyed by the Dragon Sniper than I am by a 3/3 flyer,
Right.
but I think he's just going to get rid of the flyer. Yep, makes sense. Behold the Dragon. A mountain and a rune scale Stormbrood are both going in. Oh no, not a mountain, a forest. A forest and a rune scale Stormbrood, I think, are both going.
Probably both hit in
Well,
the
he
graveyard.
has a Sagu Pummeler in hand, which he can cast with the forest. He's keeping both, which, huh. I mean, he can cast the Stormbrood, but I prefer to just dig for an island to unlock the rest of the hand. Like
Right.
this is basically saying he's gonna have four. Like he's knowingly making all four cards in his hand dead for the next two turns. So I agree with playing the Pummeler there and keeping the forest, but I would hope to dig for an island there.
Right. So he's
And
got
there's
the
got to be
Bewildering Blizzard here. He's gonna
yeah.
use.
Yeah, not like your favorite use of the card, but it'll do. I mean, you're drawing three cards and
Right.
killing something. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So he's just going to attack here.
He's drawn more interaction. We've got still got the Salt Road Skirmish, a Dragon Spray. He's got two counter spells in Spectral Denial and Dispelling Exhale, a Ringing Strike Mastery, and now he just drew another Dragon Spray. So he has removal for days here.
Yeah, Skull Road Skirmish. Yeah, so George is going to get whatever he plays is going to get interacted with. He's just going to bring Strike Mastery here. Yeah, Snakeskin Veil one turn too late, and the good news for Georgia is that there doesn't seem to be a real scary clock going on here.
Yeah,
But the bad news
currently,
is none of his spells are going to resolve properly. They're either going to get countered or
yeah.
just destroyed. And wow, see, this is another example of like the wild ride that just sits in your hand and never gets cast, and you wish it was
Yeah,
anything. Like
I
if that
mean,
wild
he's
ride
got
was a 2 mana 2/2 with no abilities, like great, he'd have something in play at least.
yeah, something to just eat one of the removal spells.
Yeah, well, here's the island. Let's see what gets thrown under the counter spell bus here. So he's going to go for trawlers. Try and get back something from the graveyard.
Yeah, so we could Spectral Denial here for x equals 3, or just let this resolve. Looks like he's going to counter it.
Yeah, he has the Piercing Exile in there, if I recall.
Yeah, probably makes sense.
Yeah, and he's left up even another counterspell, right? If Georgie had
Yep,
another
he's
spell
got
to
that
cast.
exile.
Yeah, so just this is the trouble. Even when you have a bunch of fixing and dual lands, you still get hands like this. Now, here's a
Yep.
Sagu Wildling off the top. Looks like he's just going to cast his Meringue River region as an omen here, but even that's not gonna work out the way he needs it to.
Not going to cut it. This Dragon Sniper, has it dealt 8 damage so far?
I mean, it's dealt plenty. It's dealt most of the damage.
I think it's just the Sniper and then the 2/1/1s from the Salt Road.
Yeah. Yes, so we are in the potentially cast multiple spells part of the game here for Georgie. What's Joseph got left in hand here?
2 copies of Dragon Spray.
Okay, so Georgie will be able to resolve things, and he does have this. He does have a snakeskin veil, which he's opted not to leave up here. He's opted more to leave up his wild ride, which I think this Constrictor Sage is going to be taking on a different type of ride here.
Yeah.
A ride right into the dragon's lair. Yeah, see, if he leaves up Snakeskin Veil, then that's a big difference. Apparently, Joseph
Yeah.
can do this all day. Oh, here's a good one.
He can draw lands. All this is what he's done for the past, I think, 4 turns at this point. So a
He's drawn
little
Eshki
unfortunate.
Dragonclaw, which is a nice one as well.
Ooh,
The fearless leader of the teamer. Deciding what to do now. Could play Serac, leave up Snakeskin Veil. Could just lock down this Dragon Sniper for a turn and draw a card. Okay, yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so Georgie was looking like he was in big trouble here, but just Joseph just once again drawing just all
Yeah,
lands here and just having this one
this is
Dragon
rough.
Sniper. Dragon Sniper did a lot of work, but it didn't quite do all of the work. So we just see, you know, what do they say? Screw beats flood, right? Like you when you once you draw your
Yep.
lands, which you will at some point, you just get to cast everything in your hand. Joseph just at the complete mercy off the top of his deck. Like for Georgie,
Yeah,
there's
and also
very few
he,
cards that are bad draws right now. He's just got a Snakeskin Veil here.
yeah, I mean, he wasn't flooding out at the beginning. He just had all couldn't draw his creatures.
Yeah, I mean he had a bit of a land heavy hand, but yeah, just obviously was not able to draw meaningful cards here. I mean he had the interaction, but Georgie just had more stuff, right? He wasn't playing stuff for turns.
Yep.
Okay, well this is a nice
Straight
nice
into
little
another
card.
land.
Oh, not as nice. Let's see what he decides on here. He could play Eshki, and then he could play Wild Ride to draw a card, or draw two cards, really.
That is one card that I really want to get a chance to play with. Haven't had the Dragon Claw in any of my drafts yet, but
Yeah,
seems like a really fun one.
it's pretty easy to trigger, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like the skimmer is going to meet its end here, but we got more stuff going on. Did he run into Secret
Uh-oh.
Reach?
Seems like it based on the response.
I think he had more to do with that card, perhaps the skimmer. But I mean,
We've
all
drawn.
all that to say is things are looking up here. He's going to get to play Sunset. He's going to get to Molten Exile, draw a card, attack for 13. And
Well, this is gonna get saved by a pump spell here, but
okay, I mean he still gets his card from Eski.
yep.
Eshki.
And yeah, still can't block the 8/8.
Yeah, he said I'll just Molten Exile it again next turn. No, no problem. He's got a Glacial Dragon Hunt that he drew also. Yeah. So yeah, we had the color trouble at the beginning, but Joseph just could not put the pressure on. He just had that Dragon Sniper and drew basically no other meaningful creatures. So you see Georgie come back, draw his islands, and start deploying some powerful spells to win the game. So congratulations to Georgie taking home a win for the Mardu. And we'll see you in a little bit for our second match of the week.